My name is Adekeye Adebajo. I'm a Nigerian citizen and I work for a South African NGO called the Center for Conflict Resolution. The center is based in South Africa. It's been around since 1968. And at the moment, what we do is conflict resolution training, mostly in the Western Cape, which is where we're located, in Southern Africa. And we also do research on a variety of important African issues, namely the United Nations, the African Union and NEPAD, HIV, AIDS and security, and South Africa's regional role in the rest of Africa. I think the security architecture in Africa has to some extent, reflect the reality of the weakness of sub-regional organizations and the African Union in Africa. The other point I would make is that the UN has primary responsibility for peace and security in Africa, and so it's somewhat unfair to expect that the Africans are going to carry the burden of peacekeeping. It's an international responsibility. There are 31% of all peacekeepers worldwide recently are African peacekeepers. So Africa contributes its own share to peacekeeping around the world. There's no reason why others shouldn't contribute to Africa. So what I would argue is a situation where peacekeeping in Africa should be under the UN's control and command, for reasons of legitimacy, because the UN is the only universal organization in the world, and regional organizations tend to be perceived as having parochial interests when they intervene. For reasons of logistics and also finance, which the UN has far more of, as well as peacekeeping experience, than the African regional organizations. And I think that is the current reality anyway. Over 85% of UN peacekeepers in the world are in Africa, and over half of all UN peacekeeping missions in the world are in Africa.